Omalade has come up to Gbemi Debe because I want to understand why they are for being in the house for what exactly, Gaga?
Honestly, sis, I don't even understand because could make sense. And the more they even say, as in the more they say it, more come I wonder, so what's the big deal in him dying at home? Even though could see anybody, could see because confirm because the last time I listened to Wunmi, she said they actually got to the hospital and the doctors were trying on him and everything like that. I think that was why they said she lied or something. I'm not so sure. But because there was a time they were also going about saying Iyabo Ojo said he died at home because literally that day, I remember Iyabo was just making.
Ẹ má gbàgbé pé Darosha sọ pé òun ṣì ba oxygen nínú ẹ̀ pé wọ́n tún ṣì ń try.
Exactly.
And I believe tó bá yẹ pé ó ti kú tòótọ́, the doctors, they will not even try anything. They said, the driver said, ó dà pọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ń tutù o nínú mọ́tò, and they rushed him on a bike. Báwo ló ṣe gbé òkú gun orí bike, òkú tó ti kú láti hours.
But according to them, according to them, there was no traffic.
Sister Malade,
so a lot of things. These people are actually defending themselves based on lies. They were not there. Yeah, Mungbayin says.
Sharonti, sí wèrè Yomi sọ pé ìgbà tó ń lọ hospital yẹn ní pé wọ́n nígbà tó máa gbé hospital yẹn pé gbogbo ẹsẹ̀ ti bó torí ẹsẹ̀ ń wọlé látòrí bike. Ṣé pé Yomi náà sọ pé wọ́n gbé sórí bike di hospital yẹn páwọn tó dé òun náà sọ pé wọ́n gbé sórí bike but olórí burúkú tiẹ̀ kò fi kíní kún títí ẹ̀.
But ṣé àwọn people yìí ṣé wọ́n máa ń ní memory like temporary amnesia, and because I don't understand when they go about ẹ máa sọ pé ó ti kú láti jọ Monday ló kú, but ẹ̀yin náà lè máa ṣe analysis pé wọ́n gbé sórí bike ló yẹ kán gbé sí. Traffic ṣó possible kéèyàn kú 11 hours kẹ́sì lè gbé sórí bike ni? That's not possible now.
Sister Malade.
He died at home. He died at home. Like there are so many things that they come up with that is very, very strange to me.
You know one thing I don't even understand about these people. The one thing that I don't even understand about these people is exactly. Around the bell. And you want to tell them what happened that day. See, ẹ̀yin ò sí ńbẹ̀, àwọn tó wà ńbẹ̀ ń sọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sí ńbẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ sọ story nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
They were filling in the gaps for themselves. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé ẹ̀rí justice, báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ rí justice? Ṣé justice tẹ̀yin wá yẹn kò sọnù? Ẹ̀yin fẹ́ ó ní justice tẹ̀yin wá ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè rí. Àṣetọ́lọ́run ò bá sí lókè, because that's not justice for Mohbad. If you are really looking for justice for Mohbad, ẹ máa farabalẹ̀, ẹ máa gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ ní fi etí ọ̀tẹ̀, ẹ ní fi gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn tó wà nínú ilé tí wọ́n sọ fún yín. You are saying these guys are lying, but you believe people that were not there. You believed Baba Mohbad because most of you mama pariwo pool of blood. This particular narrative could the corona inquest. Baba said nothing like that ní corona or anywhere. Only on social media, and you will be defending nonsense. It's why ma ṣépè fúnra yín, ẹ ma ṣépè fúnra àwọn ọmọ yín. You need to go back, sit down. Kẹ́ lórí yín tẹ́ bá ní ọpọlọ kọ̀kọ̀ tẹ́ ń rò ẹ̀yin stupid critical thinkers, critical thinkers ní. If you are actually looking for justice for Mohbad, number one, you will not be famsing his father. Because he wasn't at home. So what? He was there on Saturday. Anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. But I'm not accusing the father of Torinis and Letu Magbi. I'm just saying anything could have happened. Ola Moto meet Koto de show yen. Mohbad actually met a lot of people. Before 72 hours before he died. So anything could have happened. So the fact that you kept on going on about people in the house, it just shows you guys are shallow-minded. And you guys are, as in, you're just biased with your narratives, because it makes sense. They don't really want justice for real. You would open your mind, listen to these guys. I want to joke, see magistrates to joke, see Corona inquest that came up with that conclusion. Do you think she doesn't have sense? Sanshito ti gbogbo yin ṣe pé fún lẹ́ni yìí, ṣé ẹ rò pé orí ẹ̀ ò pé ni? It doesn't have sense. Àbí kò gbọ́ the same testimony that all of you are changing today. Ẹni tó bá sọ pé àdúrà sọ pé ẹni tó bá rí ẹ̀gbọ́n lé lórí.
Created the narrative and expect all of us to walk with it.
And you expect all of us to walk with it and go by it, including the state government. Ọlọ́pàá ò ṣe this, ọlọ́pàá ò ṣe that. Government, as in, nǹkan tó máa bí mi nínú jù nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yín ni tẹ́ bá sọ pé government compromise. Compromise for who? Who is Wunmi in Nigeria? Láìṣe ọmọ Dangote. Who is Wunmi? There was a time you were going on about, the mom is a police officer. Where? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You, Ikani, Tieba, Emma Joko, go back to what Baba himself, the father of the boy, go back to his very first interview. When he was asked, Ipeni Boni, ẹni yìí ti ṣèṣe, ó clearly sọ fún yín pé ọwọ́ ló fi ṣèṣe. Ẹnu yín láti máa gbọ́ pé wọ́n ti ṣubú. Ẹnu yín láti gbọ́ pé wọ́n gún. Before kẹ́ tó conclude pé it was a push. It took how many people to testify that, we saw the body and there was no stab wound? Because your narrative before was, he was stabbed, it was this, it was that. That was your narrative. Before you now concluded, it was a push. But there BTC. Ikani men, ikagidi. Could I think, ewa masoro? Because we were looking for true justice. True justice. True justice. What do you think justice is to Mohbad himself? You really need to sit down, ask yourself that question. To Mohbad himself, what is justice for him? Sherry Bobo ain't deny Mohbad that beautiful resting place that they were going to arrange for him. Ati Baba no wa nínú yín o. Yes, because he was the one that was saying, wọ́n fi Ebony wọ́n fi ń polówó ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni pé Ebony need the advert.
Oh, you remember that time?
Of course.
He even said one lè lọ lò fáwọn ọmọ. I can't forget that statement. Ara mi feeling.
This man from one family member that was with him. Àtìgbà tí wọ́n lọ wá stranger kan wá láti kíní bọ̀dá eléyìn wẹ́rẹ́ bọ̀dá. You running gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń defend. You guys were not. Baba himself was not there. Could they see anywhere? Baba lè sọ oríṣiríṣi o. Kò sí anywhere tí Baba Mohbad ti ní Wunmi wọ̀ ló pa mí lọ́mọ. But ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́nu gbọ́rọ̀. Over Sabi supporters. It's Wunmi that time that. It's Wunmi that time that. Ẹlòmíì àti ní wàhálà ìtàlá is Wunmi that time that. Murasi. You see those names that you are calling that girl, your children will answer those names. Àdàbí tó bá ṣe pé òótọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan wà nínú gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ. Any critical thinkers, I want to ask you. You said you wanted to sue like 40 people. Fine. But gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ list yẹn mi ò rorúkọ bàbá Mohbad ńbẹ̀ náà. You actually listed people that can be accountable for this person, but you omitted the father's name. Why?
Because he died in the house and Josie was not there when he died.
I understand that, but
No,
if we are going to go by that, they included President Tinubu.
Gbogbo àwọn tó wá fẹ́ petition ṣé òpó ló wà nínú ilé ni.
Exactly. Ṣé Tinubu wà nílé Mohbad àbí Governor Sanwo-Olu wà nílé? Ṣé Ìyábọ̀ wà nílé Mohbad ni? Was Ìyábọ̀ there? Ẹ dẹ̀ máa pariwo Ìyábọ̀ this.
Ní
Shitu is working for Sanjitu is working for Ìyábọ̀. Like, come on, guys.
Adefimi, let me understand what you typed to. Clear.
You see this justice for Mohbad, eh? It actually shows average Nigerians do not have sense. Because look at what VDM brought out. Look at what that guy was analyzing. Ìdájọ́ tó yẹ kó dá ní tí magistrate sọ ní kinní kan wọ́n ti dá láti 2024. Why? Because someone said it's looking like the nurse is going to go down for this. I said the same thing around that time. Àti October date yẹn mi lè gbàgbé láyé because I paid that particular day was the day that I got answers. That okay, mo lè sọ pé ikubo ẹni yìí ó dùn mí o, but what actually happened? That day it answered most of my questions on justice for Mohbad. So mi ò lè gbàgbé láyé, and most of you will come up with wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nurse láti kìnìkan etí ẹ̀ ló di etí ìyálà ìyá ẹ̀ ó di tó bá sọ pé wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nurse because from the get-go, the very first interview, go back to it again. Tí Jossy ṣe, he explained every single thing. And that was that was the next day that Mohbad was buried. So, if you don't know, you don't know. Nǹkan tó bá mọ̀ ni kò sọ. Má sọ pé wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nurse. Wọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ wú narrative nurse wá from somewhere. Wọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ wú. Baba talked about nurse from that very day. And that's because he was the only one that granted interview.
Because, like I said earlier, they were fixated on Ewobiti Baba celebrating Be. Ewobiti Baba celebrating Be. And because of that interview on War by Mohbad didn't trend. And if they truly were interested in not pushing agenda, that video had always been there. Water. But, they kept living in denial.
Sorrow.
They kept living in
we
denial.
Don't even know what the nurse looks like. That's a lie. Stop lying.
They kept saying there was no nurse. You know that these people, that's what I wanted to add to what you were saying earlier. If I didn't want to cheat Baba, if I even
cheat Baba out of what? They want to cheat Baba.
Because he doesn't have money.
Who called you and told you, because this man doesn't have money, we will not listen to him. Who? Ṣé wọn mọ̀ pé ọmọ carpenter ni tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ọlọ́pàá tó agree to go and exhume his body? Tí Lagos state government ò bá ní interest in giving you justice, why would they go through exhuming his body? Why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Oh my boy, this is a spiritual battle. Ẹ̀yin àti ta lè jọ ń jà spiritual battle, ta ló ń ṣàṣìyín? Like, you guys are just so dramatic. Ẹ kàn mú kéèsì yìí, ẹ kàn mú lé, ẹ wá ń pariwo òṣì, ariwo òfò. Ẹ wá máa ṣépè. Àánú yín ò ṣe mí. Àánú yín kò ṣe mí. Nítorí pé kí ni àwọn ọmọ yín, ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ yín òun lè fi ń ṣeré yẹn. Ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ yín òun lè fi ń ṣeré. The government has compromised the kìíní kan. Ṣé Mohbad ṣó swallow state secret ni? Ṣó swallow state secret ni? Kò sí anybody. You made everybody that was close to him, that he actually took care of him, that he loved. Because tí o bá like wọn, tí o bá trust wọn, kò ní rí wọn sórin. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá lẹ bully. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá lẹ ṣépè fún. One of you should tell me what was presented to you by anybody Then so, according to Iwowere Segun Obideyi, according to Wunmi's mother, Wunmi's mother nígboro. According to Wunmi's mother, he said Mohbad kò ló lọ́mọ. According to MFM, ó ní pé Mohbad kò ló lọ́mọ. According to kìnìkan ní pé sórí pọ́ dẹ̀ ni ẹ́. Ọ̀dẹ̀ àgbàyà òun ni ẹ́. What was presented to you? Tí wọ́n fi conclude in your own mind pé Mohbad kò ló lọ́mọ. Ẹ̀yin lè come to that conclusion without any DNA, without any evidence. But every other thing, what's the evidence that he was bullied? What's the kinika? Where's the evidence that kinika she? Where's the evidence that this is she? Where's the evidence that that is she? Ẹ̀yin dá group sílẹ̀ nísìn, ẹ̀ ń ṣépè fún Ìyábọ̀ Òjó pé ó dá group sílẹ̀. Meanwhile, ẹbí yín, family yín, òun kọ́ ló ṣe candlelight service fún Mohbad. That peaceful walk, no be you. Ìkankan náà ẹ̀yin critical thinkers, ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ organize ẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ organize ẹ̀ o. Things that was done for that boy, it didn't come from you. You think you can do better than every other person. Do you think you can do better than Iyabo? John, gbogbo critical thinking yín, gbogbo ọpọlọ tẹ́ lé ní. Jọ̀ọ́, kí ni result tẹ́ bá bọ̀? Kí ni result tẹ́ bá bọ̀? Ẹ̀mí irọ́ ó lè gùn, but òtítọ́ máa bá lọ́jọ́ kan ni. The truth is constant. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why anytime they will go and arrest Wunmi tomorrow, on this platform we will always tell you go ahead. On this platform, where we sit down, so we will always tell you go ahead, go anywhere. Because there's nothing complicated about this case. Ẹ̀yin ìkà àgbàyà. Ẹ̀yin let decide to just make everything so messy. And most of you, it's because you cannot think for yourselves. Because this case, it got messed up, number one, from VDM. Most of you went about with where are those guys? Solano. Confused. Where are those three guys in the car? Who told you they are missing? Ṣé wọ́n sọ fún ẹ pé wọ́n sá lọ ni? Ṣé wọ́n sọ fún ẹ pé wọ́n sá lọ ni? They should investigate ìwọ ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa sọ fọ́lọ́pàá kó investigate. Do you guys even know the kind of team that was set up to investigate the death of Mohbad? You guys are clueless. You are clueless. Dẹ̀ ní àròjinlẹ̀ ni. Torí tẹ́ bá ní àròjinlẹ̀, if you go back, go and watch every single video. Ẹ máa mọ̀ wípé everything Josie has been fighting for from day one. It's not like he's concerned. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know what actually killed Mohbad. That man is never confused. Ẹ̀yin lẹ decide pé wọ́n fẹ́ cheat bàbá. Ó dẹ̀ yọ̀ sí yín lọ́rùn. Ẹ wá ń pariwo nísìn. Ariwo òṣìwẹ́wò lẹ wá ń pa. Father-in-law wa ni. Olóyin bàjẹ́. Olóyin yọ bí candle. Olóyin yọ bí candle. Kìnìkà bẹ́ẹ̀ as smart as you are. As smart as you are. Tẹ́ ẹ pera yín pé wà intelligent carpenter. Òun ló gbà yín tó gbà yín nígbàkúgbà. Yomi náà gbà yín o. Ẹ wà ní bọ́m̀bẹ̀. Ẹ lè bọ́m̀bẹ̀. Because ẹni tó bá ti ń wá irọ́, you will be moving from one scammer to the other. Nítorí pé irọ́ lẹ fẹ́ rà. Irọ́ òun lẹ fẹ́ rà. Because the truth is, you just need to sit down. Go back to the videos. Why all of a sudden we cannot see the videos from the show? Níbi tí Mohbad ti wọ white top, black trouser. Why can't we see those videos on TikTok anymore? All of a sudden, I want to upload whatever happened from that show. They decide to delete it. Keep Perkins, kó gbé ojú ẹ̀ síta báyìí kó fi ṣe video, kó turn around kó sọ pé AI ni, they are lying. I mean, see, you guys, you're not ready. You're just making noise. You are making noise. That is what you're doing. Because if you really want the truth is not far-fetched. It's not hidden. Ewa ma shepe. Kinika. Ma pe invisible baba Liam kiri. Baba Liam ni kinika. It is how you people even sit down. Eka ma joko. Ede ma conclude, wọ́n ti lọ Benin, wọ́n ti lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀, wọ́n ti lọ ṣe kinní kan, wọ́n ti joko. Ọmọ àti bàbá ti parí ìjà. Ọmọ àti So what if they decide to come together? So what? But that's not even the case. But you just sat down there, make assumptions. Edema finye, edema mama sorrow, ema joko, mama make assumption, mama shake. Ewani gbogbo nǹkan tèmi bá ṣe need the justice for Mohbad kí Ọlọ́run bí yín Ọlọ́run á bí yín á bí àwọn ọmọ yín láti ìran kìíní títí dé kẹfà. Ọlọ́run á bí yín. As in, ṣé báwo lọ̀rọ̀ gan ṣe máa ń dùn lẹ́nu yín ná? Báwo ló ṣe ń dùn lẹ́nu yín? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń drop owó fáwọn wèrè tẹ́ ń drop owó fún. Tẹ́lẹ̀ bè wọ́n ẹ tún máa drop owó tán wọ́n tún máa ṣe wọ́n tún máa bú yín lórí owó tẹ́ drop pé so what? Àwọn ò lè ṣe account fún yín o, accountability báwo? Láwọn ṣe NGO títí wọn gbogbo NGO tí mo rí lórí justice for Mohbad yìí kò sí ètò ní kéèsì mi. Justice for Mohbad is their one and only case. And what? It can allow anybody will just come and fool you. WhatsApp chat lásán. Nikini gbé síta one by one. VDM gbé síta one by one. And you fools, you were screaming. Rí evidence ni. Wo gbogbo nǹkan tí VDM expose now. Kí ló expose fún yàláyà yín? Àṣírí yín wo ló gbé síta? Ìyábọ̀ is just shielding Wunmi. Ṣé Ìyábọ̀ ní kí Wunmi má lọ fún interrogation ni? Àbí Ìyábọ̀ mú ọlọ́pàá dání wípé kí wọ́n má bi Wunmi léèrè questions. Ní ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Dẹ̀ ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ yín. Kẹ́ ẹ ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ yín. Torí iná lẹ̀ ń wá sórí wọn. You guys are not truthful to yourself. Yet you want everybody to be accountable to you. Who are you? Who are you? Another thing you guys should ask yourself. Ṣé ẹ feel pé you are overrating yourself in this case? We are on social media. Most of you will be talking as if bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ẹ̀yin làkọ́bí bàbá Mohbad. Overrate ara yín ni now. If Jossy can throw Adura, throw Liam under the bus, who do you think you are?
Even throw throw the person that is late under the bus.
Under the bus.
So who can he not throw under the bus?
Jossy, I beg, I wanted to ask, how does it feel listening to the likes of Vengeance? Kó máa sọ fún ẹ pé olórí burúkú tá ń ṣítù ló dìwọ́ mú. Láì kí n ṣe pé àgùntàn ní àbẹ̀wúrẹ́. Ta ló so ẹ́ mú Jossy? But you know what? You deserve it, sir. Ẹ má bínú. Because you did the same thing to your son. You did exactly the same thing to your son. Height of foolishness ni kí ẹ máa blame adult for the decision of another adult. Gbogbo gbà kì í ṣojú lásán. Ta ló ń ṣògùn sí yín? Tá bá ń ṣògùn sí ẹ̀wọ́ náà wá gbà lọ́nà kó lọ ṣe títẹ̀.
Ó ó ṣe John
àbí kílẹ̀ ń porúkọ náà fún ó ṣe jẹ́ òrùwọ nìkan ni wọ́n ń ṣògùn sí. How does it feel? Because you actually sat down yesterday. I listened to you. You actually sat down yesterday and you said, ẹnìkan máa ní lágbájá ló dì mí mú kìnìkan nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún bàbá yẹn. You laughed. Bàbá Mohbad rẹ́rìn because ó sound ridiculous ní etí yín. Because you know wípé the decision was your decision. Kò sí anybody tó ń control yín anywhere. Kò sí anybody tó ń ṣògùn sí anybody anywhere. It all sound ridiculous, but that was exactly the same thing you did to your son. Wọ́n ṣògùn sí ní ojú lásán kọ́. Iṣẹ́ ìrọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ yẹn gọ̀ ni. Níbi tẹ́ ta ọmọ inú yín dé. Níbi tẹ́ ta ọmọ inú yín dé. Àwọn àgbàyà kan, they sat down today and said Mohbad is ungrateful to Naira Marley. Just like you are ungrateful, Baba Mohbad. Ẹ wò, ẹ rojọ́ ẹnu yín á bó. Ẹ ro ẹjọ́ ẹnu yín á bó. Ṣé wá rẹ̀yìn o, tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ tí ó kàn yín sórí. Royalty ló ń jà fún lágbájá ní kíníkan ẹjọ́. Tí family Mohbad bá gba royalty, kí òbídé yìí náà fẹ́ gbé fún ni. Àbí family Daddy York. Because you guys just open your mouth and just man jam talk. Ẹ ti máa gbàgbé pé you guys are on social media. You are coming, you pay yes, so he even said it himself yesterday. Pé just because you are helping me does not mean you can hold me. He knows exactly what he is saying. Ó dẹ̀ tún sọ nínú kíní tó fi ń bá Arífá sọ̀rọ̀ the other day that we listened to. Pé wọ́n rò pé òun ò gbọ́n. You give excuses. You give excuses for everything Josie has been doing. But for every single thing, oh God, for every single thing tí ọmọ Wunmi ṣe, you judge that for it. Ọlọ́run á dá yín lẹ́jọ́. Update, you judge that for it. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó sọ báyìí. Tẹ́ ẹ lè sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀. VN tẹ́ ti torí ẹ̀ tẹ́ mú ọmọ Wunmi sórí nísìn. Dẹ̀ pé jossy aloba kó bọ́ síta tí ò bá mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin critical nonsense, did you ever sat him down pé okay bàbá ẹ tiẹ̀ wá? Ọ̀rọ̀ eléyìí kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbogbò. Ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá sọ́mọ leléyìí, ẹ sọ fún wa. Kí lẹ rò? Ṣé báyìí did you ask him some questions tó yẹ kí ẹ bi wọ́n? Every little thing tó bá ti sọ báyìí ẹ gbà ẹ swallow ẹ̀. Ọmọ burúkú ni. Ẹ pè ọmọ Wunmi ní àṣànà for 2 good years. 2 good years and none of you. Nígbà tó sú kàn fi wèrè yẹn títí. Ó lọ gbé one stupid idiot tó ń lo OnlyFans kìíní tó ṣe kìíní ó fi ní ó ń sọ pé ọmọ Wunmi nìyẹn. Ẹ̀dẹ̀lẹ̀ ń wá justice. Kàn fi àwa fi that same mouth tó fi ń ṣe yẹn, tó fi ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn, that same mouth wàá ní ìwọ ń wá justice ní ọ̀nà òdodo. You are the true justice seeker. Mo rí bí tẹ́ ẹ bá dé, mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ true justice seeker. Ọlọ́run á pín gbogbo yín, á pín yín lérè. York bọ́ síta ń sìn ṣe béèyàn gidi. We have done this, we have done that, we have done ìwọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa jókòó, tẹ́ bá ṣépè fún Bọ́sẹ̀. How can you be fighting for Mohbad? Okay, so you're Mohbad. You're now holding what the mother has done. Don't forgive her, you're holding that against her just because she decided not to join your favorite person in whatever to banshee. And you did not ask why. Why? Baba nìkan ló ń wá justice. So how market nsìn? Baba nìkan ló ń wá justice. Baba ló ń wá justice mọ́ nsìn. How market? I cannot. Le baba. Orí yín gbálẹ̀. Orí yín ó gbálẹ̀. Because at the end of the day, tell me, okay, a positive dancing. Mama pariwo, somebody changed the narrative. Kiniko narrative. This one came, especially you guys that are cussing on Iyabo. Tell me which one of you ni Iyabo pay privately. Tony, this is what I want you to push. Go and push it now. According to what Iya Mohbad said, Papa Mohbad said, ìyàtọ̀ tó wà nínú irú àwa yìí àti ẹ̀yin ni ọpọlọ, common sense. Because behind every word, there is something else that you should look for if you are actually looking for the truth. If I tell you I love you, wàá wojú ẹni tó sọ fún ẹ pé I love you. Wàá wo nǹkan tó gbé dání. Wàá wo nǹkan tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Wàá wo tone tó fi sọ fún ẹ pé I love you. Kó tó gbàgbọ́ wípé lóòótọ́ ni o. Lágbájá yẹn sọ pé I love you, ó mean ẹ lóòótọ́. You guys will just listen to something and you just flow with it. And the next minute, you're making stupid noise. Cursing and abusing people. Ṣé ẹ̀yin ò ní ọpọlọ títí yín tẹ́ fẹ́ rò ni? VDM came the first time. Òun ló gbé narrative. That boy does not even look like him. That boy looks like Sam Larry. VDM tó gbé DNA test tó gbé wá fún gbogbo yín. Tó change ọpọlọ yín torí pé ẹ lè dá ronú. VDM ló ń bá yín ronú. Imagine Bukky saying, Baba, just involve VDM. Oh. What makes you think that person will be true to you if you're not a stupid person? So you have faith. You have more faith in VDM than a court of law. Is that what you're telling me?
Did you hear Manchester saying VDM has to be there for the DNA?
That's what I'm saying now.
God, oh God.
You mean the same person that started this whole thing should still come? And I can see some stupid people too agreeing with her. Yes, it should come. The first time, this guy did not talk in Mohbad's interest. The second time, only
Mohbad where they don't look through way. As in the same thing the manager saw something similar
and give you justice
similar the manager saw. Not even as much as that. The manager just say you a woman they control. The guy could not stomach it or flare up. Then you, because it's no longer alive, only they don't look and through it.
Like, you don't sit back and just listen. Try and free your mind. Listen to some things open-minded. Anybody can say anything at any particular point in time. Just like when Mama Mohbad was saying Baba Mohbad Kolubi Mohbad, she was hungry and it was obvious. Today, Uncle, most of you foolish people, you actually took her serious. That is why that idiot DDM, you remember they now brought Mama Mohbad in. They now, they were the one that pushed this narrative that Mohbad does not belong to Baba Mohbad. Like, Like, you just sit down and pay. Ẹ gbà mí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé sense wà nínú nǹkan tẹ́ni yìí sọ? Èmi tí mo mọ̀ wípé okay ìgbà tí ìyá Mohbad ń sọ̀rọ̀, she was actually just angry because ó ń wò pé kí ni gbogbo nonsense yìí, a ní kó wá ṣe ìwọ ló béèrè fún DNA. Ṣé DNA kan lọ sí ọmọ?
What that woman meant that time was, tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ló bí òní máa wù tó wù. That was what she meant.
Yes, now. Just like you people took Wunmi's words, they have fight the nigga. None of you.
She didn't even use that exact phrase, so. Sis, go back.
I know. They actually twisted it. I know.
She said, hope you all are happy now.
Happy, yeah.
You can take the trophy. I mean.
And then you held that one against her. Kò yẹ kó pé o lo push narrative o deceive yín. O deceive ẹ torí o lọ́pọlọ. Torí tó bá lọ́pọlọ.
I think I even made mention of
ní fún interpretation tó fún yẹn if you have sense.
I did.
Everything you guys are capitalizing on, I heard it. Gbogbo wa yìí la gbọ́. So if I'm not giving it the same meaning tí ìwọ fún yẹn, that means we will need sense. And you're not ready to think, okay, what if this is what she meant? Oh, what if this is what she's trying to say? But no, you don't want to listen just because one idiot that is looking for viewers oti buying analyze it. Bukky does not lie. Bukky does not kini. It is foolishness. Babanla foolishness. Baba is vulnerable. Baba is money. Baba is kini. Listening to Arifa's VN. Ìwọ tó ti ń pariwo, Baba is vulnerable. Baba is this. Baba is that. How do you feel? How do you feel? Tell me, how do you feel? Listening to what that man was saying, even as at that time. Ìwọ Arifa tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bọ́ta ní 2025 to one play VN. You and that joker that calls himself Lagata. Ewa Joko. They have kinika. Their Baba is now doing this. Egbe no she song. Egbe gbogbo ẹnu yín rírùn yẹn egbe song. How are you any better? How? Tell me. Ìwọ Arifa, wàá máa lọ, ìwọ ò ń lọ corona inquest. You will go and come back. Wàá gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sọ, wàá tún padà wá. Wàá máa pariwo Ẹlẹ́gùṣì. Ṣé rí gbogbo irọ́ tẹ́ ti jẹ́ kó as in because you guys actually think, oh, I can just say sorry and everything will be all right. Everything will not be all right though. Because up till today, people like Vengeance, people like Vengeance, people like Poor Grace, they are still talking about Obalu and Dikini. We are fighting the government. We are killing the government. We are killing the government. Where did that come from? If not you, Arifa. Ìwọ dẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀, ó ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Ìwọ tó sọ̀rọ̀, ó mọ̀ pé irọ́ ló pa. Ẹ wá lẹ̀ ń wá justice. Ẹ máa rí justice o, but justice tẹ́ máa rí yẹn. Justice Mohbad gangan lè máa rí nínú tó máa manifest nínú ayé yín nítorí pé Ẹlẹ́dàá Mohbad fúnra rẹ̀ kò lè súre fún kankan nínú yín tẹ́ rò pé ẹ ń wá justice because ẹ wá justice ní ọ̀nà tòótọ́. I've been loyal. Who are you loyal to? Are you loyal to the cause itself or you are loyal to Baba Mohbad? Èmi ò bá yín polongo we need justice. My stand has always been the same from October 6. I will tell you, you cannot bully this woman and her son without evidence. Ibi tí mo dúró sí láti ìgbà yẹn, ibẹ̀ ni mo dúró sí lẹ́nu. Torí ẹ̀, ẹnu mi gba ọ̀rọ̀ bàjẹ́. Kò dẹ̀ sí, and there was no time that I would sleep and and I would be feeling uneasy, or okay, I feel something that maybe I'm doing something wrong, or I've never felt that way. Maybe I'm not on the right path or whatever. No, I've always had my peace. Because nǹkan tí kò bá ṣojú mi, ò lè rí mi kí n báyàn sọ. Bí mi ṣe gbá ti bàbá Mohbad tó, ò lè rí picture bàbá Mohbad lórí page mi kí n dédé máa ṣépè. What I would say is, bàbá, eléyìí tẹ́ sọ yìí irọ́ ni. Tí n bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé okay, ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ yìí ò kò lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. That is what you would hear from me. Ẹ máa ṣépè. Ọmọ Wunmi, Ashana, I saw one woman today tó ní ẹ, ìwọ rò pé ó lọ scot free. Máa enjoy honeymoon náà. Wàláhì wọn bí ẹ dá kó ṣe anything fún ọmọ Wunmi. Ọmọ rẹ o. Ọmọ ara ẹ. And you guys really need to stop these threats. Because I won't say anything. My coffee more pain. But please stop coming out to say I'm true justice seeker, true kinikan seeker. No, you guys are liars. All of you. Gbogbo yín pátápátá. Olè, onírọ́ ni gbogbo yín, ìkà gidi. Oni gbogbo yín. Lórí justice ọmọ Mohbad yìí. Kò a máa rí justice you. A máa rí àtàwọn aláàbọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́, àtàwọn ní full education. Yàtọ̀ síra yín. Bákan náà, inú sákò kan náà ni gbogbo yín wà. Inú sákò kan náà ni gbogbo yín wà. Alpha, níbo ni Uncle Yomi ti gbé yín dé báyìí? Yomi gbọ́dọ̀ gbé yín débẹ̀ o, tí Yomi ò bá gbé yín débẹ̀. Tí Yomi ò bá gbé yín débẹ̀. Tí kì í bá ṣe pé wọ́n ti ṣépè fún yín wípé owó títí yín o àgbàná ni. Ẹ máa bọ́ lọ́wọ́ Google fraud me. Ẹ tún bọ́ sọ́wọ́ Yomi. 3 seconds video. Kinika video. You think you know more than the police? You think you can actually do better than them? You guys, if he ate at raw manipulations that doesn't make sense. You denied Mohbad a beautiful resting place. Ẹni yàbọ̀ lọ́ra pọ̀ sí òun rẹ́rìn. Ṣé tẹ́yìn bá ń ṣe show, even as at that time, ṣé kí n rẹ́rìn ni? Bàbá tó mọ̀ ẹ́ kú, as at that time, ṣé kò sí ẹ̀rín lẹ́nu ẹ̀? Because I heard it again from that stupid Datola last night, saying, wọ́n lọ rẹ́rìn. Ṣé wọ́n lè máa rẹ́rìn irú ẹ̀ ní kíníkan? Like, it's just hate. You guys are just hating for no reason. Because you think you can actually do better. The only thing you did successfully ni wípé, okay mú family baba Mohbad, in fact, scatter, yam pepper scatter. Wá bá Josie débi pé Joseph Mare takú pé no, you people, you cannot carry me to where I do not know. Mi lọ́mọ, bàbá wa takú. Wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ẹni Sanshitu demole, Poor Grace demole. I don't like Poor Grace, but this one, you want to bamboo Progress, don't waste the time around. You are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself again. Because this one is not about Poor Grace. Lagbaja kan, o convince ẹnìkan, erelu kan, o ṣe kíní kan, lagbaja. You see all those stupid conspiracies. You guys just need to drop it and be real with yourselves. Your stupid assumptions kò gbé yín débi kankan. Irọ́ náà ni. Irọ́ lẹ̀ ń bá ń bẹ̀. Stop the lies. Stop creating events tí kò happen. Ẹ yé create ẹ̀ lórí yín. Because as of today now on Lattice platform, the nǹkan tẹ́yìn dókò tẹ́ decide ni wípé okay o nǹkan tí ìyá Mohbad sọ pé even tọmọ yẹn ọba kí n ṣọmọ Mohbad àwọn fẹ́ gbà bàbá Mohbad náà dẹ̀ ti wá agree báyìí. Tó tọrọ dáríjì lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Go and ask God for forgiveness. Ask God to forgive you. Because kàn lè jókòó kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa assume pé okay nǹkan báyìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ Wunmi was rude to baba Mohbad. Ó lè jẹ́ ìwọ ni bàbá ọkọ kan jáde kó máa in fact Wunmi try tẹ́ ẹ̀ báyìí mú yín kílẹ̀ tí fojú ẹ̀ rí. For a whole year, this girl kept quiet. Go and do the DNA. You don't need you don't need court order. Irú court order wo nìyẹn? Ṣé etí ẹ di àbókú? Nígbà tí ẹnìkan tó ń fọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun ni olórí ẹbí ilé aloba níjẹta tó ń sọ pé that woman in America, she has already, in fact, ti arrange bí wọ́n ṣe máa ṣe DNA. Is that what you want Wunmi to succumb to? And you bullied her because she said, I want the court to supervise this. You would rather trust those ones, VDM, Mr. Whitewasher, than your judiciary system. Ejo, tẹ́ bá wá trust the court. Tẹ́ trust anybody. Ejo wèrè wo lẹ wá ń rò kiri. Níbo lẹ fẹ́ gbẹ́jọ́ yín lọ? Kì í ṣe court ni. Ṣé kì í ṣe court ni? You guys need to sit down and talk to yourselves. Torí ẹ ní ọpọlọ. You are defending lie. Ẹ kàn jókòó sínú ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ dẹ̀ ń tan ara yín jẹ. Ẹ dẹ̀ lẹ́ ń wá justice. Temi's platform, anti-justice, tell me one move. Just one. Made by this particular platform that is against the law. Don't feel cover up for Wunmi. Tí ẹ bá kí ń ṣe ìkà. Ìkà ni o, ìkà dẹ̀ máa kà yín ní tọmọtọmọ. You guys are just bunch of noisemakers. Ẹ máa sọ òyìnbó, ní làákàyè. Me, I am just very sure it is Wunmi did it. I know she did it. If not, ẹ máa béèrè stupid questions. Stupid questions. You said, the driver said, we won't pay 9 a.m. But you left the part where the same driver said the person that called him, you could report to the police station. Also, for me, she will read it is on the news. Now ask yourself, team, he died on Monday. The driver said, the clinical said, because you blame other people for it, but it is because you cannot sit down and think. Eti kalef magboro. The next eti otiposita. Early digested. You cannot interpret it. The same person. Those of you, I was called so at this time. They said, eni to magbelo se shu lana maku. The same guy said, ngbà tó bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn sọ pé, it's all over the news. Now ask yourselves, ṣé ọjọ́ Monday ni wọ́n break news pé Mohbad kú àbí Tuesday, which is on the 12th? Ask yourselves. Because as in, the answers are there, but you will leave it. Ẹ wá máa lé nǹkan tí kò make sense. Ẹ wá jókòó sórí yẹn. Ẹ wá máa analyze it day in, day out, the same nonsense.
And that's how I know that they are being deliberate.
Yes.
I don't know if you were here the other day when I said that it's not possible that the same God that created all of us will create this type of people to be stupid like this. So they are not stupid. Really, they are not. They are just evil and deliberately so.
Yes, now.
Because if you cherry pick on what works for your agenda.
Oh, the doctor said, kiniko, there is no doctor to matter for you, okay, this was exact. As in, no doctor will tell you, okay, time by you. And 3 to 4 hours is not even the same. 11 hours, how many hours you calculating? So possible, can you kusile? Another thing. Níbi tẹ́ ti máa mọ̀ pé orí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pariwo yìí, orí yín ò pèsè. Alẹ́ ní problem. Tell me why almost 15 people will sleep in a house. Something like that will now happen. Gbogbo àwọn 15 yẹn á wá plan. Wọ́n dẹ̀ dákẹ́ since then. Nǹkan kò dẹ̀ ní bọ́sítà. Àwítọ́ wọn ni pé wọ́n ti múlẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ bá wọn ṣe múlẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ bá wọn ṣe pèsè múlẹ̀. Àbí ẹ̀yin lẹ gbé wọn lọ shrine.
One thing.
I mean, fill in these gaps first. If you can fill in these small gaps, tẹ́ ẹ fi nonsense, tẹ́ ẹ fi rádaràda, tẹ́ ẹ fi stupidity, tẹ́ ẹ fi fill in those gaps. Like words like is jazz now. Oh, màtọ́ba ṣògùn. Gbé gbogbo yẹn lẹ be realistic with you. Wà realistic.
You're trying to rationalize with these people, but really,
it's annoying. It's just annoying.
Beyond that, really.
One thing I will just quickly say is one of the things I have seen is these people are haters of women.
Yes, most of them are. In fact, 80%.
They are haters
95% of them are misogynist, as in one hate opinion.
And one thing
they can't stand women.
In 2 years, these people have not been able to establish their own court system. They have not been able to establish their police system. They haven't been able to open their own
judiciary system.
They haven't been able to do that, and they still want to go back to the same people you have said are not doing anything. So how do you now expect them to do something? And going back to this, their silly suing up. They said it's not petition. So you want to sue 40-something people. On what ground? On what basis? And another thing I'm going to say is for the ladies that are pick-me's, that just think everything that you are created to attend to the whims of.
Do you know why? Those ladies, is the first thing is, how can your father-in-law ask you for? How can your father-in-law ask you for DNA and you are saying you should go and as in you look at that girl and you're thinking what audacity. That is the power of education. That is common sense.
Right. And
because exactly, you guys do not know you're right.
And the thing is, these men, when you look at
most of you, because I remember this movie. What's the title? Is it Chain Reaction or Conspiracy? I cannot remember. This woman, she's dead now. What's her name? She's a singer. Toba Sonic or one old school song like this. What's her name? Yes, Onyeka Owenu. That woman acted the Obi twins. wọ́n ní pé bóyá she should come and swear pé bóyá òun ló bí àwọn ọmọ kan àbí nǹkan kan ó ṣáà swear. Meanwhile, she's actually telling the truth. Ó swear, but at the end of the day, ó ya wèrè. And she was mad for years. Káṣírí tó tú. And she was innocent. Lórí àwọn ọmọ náà ni o. So, ìwọ tó feel pé why would they ask me? I'll go and do it now. Go and do it. Wàhálà ló kó rẹ sí. There is absolutely nothing wrong in saying, okay, I don't mind doing it, but I want the court to supervise it. Simple as ABC. Simple as ABC.
Josie is the first person that took the matter legally now.
Let me quickly speak on that line. You see, there's nothing wrong in her saying he should go through the court route.
Yes, no.
One. Then there's also absolutely nothing wrong if she refused to do it.
Exactly.
And this is why. Someone asked me that question on one of my posts to say what is wrong about doing DNA. While there's nothing wrong in a man having suspicious, a man now, and by a man
it is not in the father-in-law's place
I mean
to
the
even be
father
asking
of the
such.
child. So if you have a partner that you cannot trust each other, it's on both of you. So there's nothing wrong in him having a doubt. However, there's absolutely everything wrong, silly, stupid about a total stranger on the internet asking you, questioning the paternity of your own child. And I answered that person. I said, it takes a woman who knows her worth, a woman with self-worth, to know that a stranger asking you for the paternity of your child is very degrading on your person. And so women, you really have to know your worth. A woman who doesn't know her worth would raise a society of people who have no confidence, who cannot stand up for themselves. So if she agrees to do the DNA, it's not because of anything. It's just because
and do you know
of
something
that
here?
Child.
And do you know something here? This thing is so common amongst women in Africa generally, because which is the main reason why they are even bullying Wunmi. Like, who are you to question your father-in-law? Do you know, like, our audacity is the problem here.
If we even start speaking about father-in-law, then we are taking the spotlight off where the narration started from. The father-in-law was conscripted into this because in the beginning he said it himself. I still saw that video today. Ọmọ kan ṣoṣo tó fi sílẹ̀ fún mi nìyẹn. And what about
the VN? What about the VN where he said, Baba, ṣé wá doubt paternity ọmọ yìí ni? Èmi ò doubt paternity ọmọ yìí.
Yes.
Do you know àwọn wèrè tó ń tẹ̀lé these supporters? They will never, wọn ò ní rántí irú àwọn statements bẹ́ẹ̀ kí wọ́n gbé wá kí wọ́n wá analyze. They will ignore it. Wọ́n wá jókòó.
And that's why every time we have a conversation on that DNA thing, I'm always passionate about it. I don't want us to gloss over it. I also do not want us to misinform, because even this Mohbad thing is setting a very wrong precedent.
Yeah.
In law and paternity, in paternity law. It's certain, and that's why anytime I prefer to stick to what it is, a consent judgment. And because Wunmi gave her consent doesn't mean the next person will give such consent.
Please, have you ever seen anywhere where the cause of death cannot be determined, but they've already seen the killer?
I have the days when I used to have
I
time.
listen to Yomi had a mabo.
I even went on a platform. I was lecturing them on the
It's a
5
murder
W's.
case. It's a murder
The 5
case, like
W's of investigation.
Who classified it a murder case for you? What are you saying?
How do you say you are investigating a matter and the first thing you're going into is the motive? You are not looking at why, where, when. You are not looking at all those W's. You just go into the motive. You are not looking at when. You are not looking at how.
They do not even have motive. Motive one is DNA, which they are yet to do till date.
So
now they are even saying they don't want it again. They don't want it again.
Emma wants it.
Emma wants it.
You know, on the
if they have said kinika, automatically the result is you must be mad. Alone.
And you see, and for anyone who cares to listen, the reason why Jossy was never keen on this DNA thing is because he knows that child is his grandchild. So he was never keen on it, and that's why
Jossy was not keen. Jossy was not keen on anything. Listen to that voice note that Arifa played.
Yes, no.
Jossy said, "Kini mo fe lo se ni berekete." Jossy is not confused about what happened to Mohbad
at all. As a matter of fact,
you guys played into his hands.
As a matter of fact,
Jossy his narrative, he was actually following you guys.
He was never expecting that they would escalate this.
In fact, because mo fẹ́ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn lẹ́sàn yẹn, Sherry Jossy ó play àwọn people yìí bàjẹ́. Wọ́n wẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ó dẹ̀ play along pẹ̀lú wọn tó fi gba gbogbo nǹkan tó máa gbà. Jossy play pẹ̀.
Stopping me. You see the initial thing, Jossy ò plan láti play wọn o. Initially, initially, Jossy was that your regular carpenter.
You see where I don't like her because she helps around. It was after Myci and VDM's interview.
Yeah.
You see this DNA talk. It was after VDM concluded. That baby, let's not lie. He actually looks like Sam Larry.
And
it was afterwards.
At that,
I would never forget. It was after they came up with they stabbed him.
I will never forget. You see, even that DNA thing, it took Jossy a while. If you remember, it took him a while. Then by the time he came out was when he came out with and initially, even when he bought into it, he said, Nigeria So we have all of these things.
That was what he said.
Nigeria It was later when they started gassing him up. With money and all those things. That was when he turned to Omoto Keton, aloba,
his very first interview, also with his full chest. Omote mi feni shuloka. Omota lo feni shuloka. With his full chest. Ìgbà tẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ especially wèrè tá àmọ́ bí tó ń gbé yẹn Kẹ́mi Olúnlọ́yọ̀. Mohbad's royalty is now worth kinika times this and that and there kinika billion. Me mo bi tó tin calculate owó olówó. Ìgbà yẹn létí Jossy náà pé what are you talking about? When he now saw that go fraud me money. Jossy went gaga. Ìgbà yẹn ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn kẹtàn lé wa. Ale ló pa Mohbad. He was moving from one place to the other. For some reason, I think he probably thinks he'll get away with all that.
And And that's why I did that my write-up, that my poster, we will remember. Because you see, they are beginning to move sneaky on us. Somebody even made a comment in one post like that saying he's trying to correct himself. And that's why I made another video. No, that's not the way to correct yourself. If you want to
bóyá ká
correct
tètè á sọ bóyá ká tètè á sọ kó kúnná lálẹ́ yìí tá a bá ń sọ pé our father in law ẹ jẹ́ kó rí pé o we are joking ni o we are joking ni because I can never forget.
We will not. We will remember.
And we can never a lè get carried away. Káwá dédé gbàgbé gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe.
So
if you
ever feel remorse, then you would have to come out in truth, in full repentance, in full,
and tell the world
and
where
tell
you
the
lied.
world.
And why you lied.
That moving sneaky around people. Even in my personal life, I hate it. You know all those friends that one man share, then they will not want to come back and
for
see
justice
nothing
because
happened.
Baba was giving you gist about his family. Baba was giving you gist about his family because could see any 40-something interviews to Jossy. Baba was not in the house. He cannot tell you what actually happened. Or I bear a story from maybe someone to pain. Papa participated. He did not own up to it. In VN on Latibo. I was not there. And you Simbe. And you Simbe.
You see,
he didn't own up to it. He didn't own up to his part when it comes to the burial. He was saying the way he narrated it. No,
you see, another point I want to throw out there for everyone, because I've had a lot of people, even people who know me and see me on TikTok, as in people who know me privately, they ask me, you are so into this mobile thing, what is happening? And you see, if there's no reason at all to stand by your mom or me, the fact that these people have shown so much level of desperation in everything they do. Ṣẹ́wárí ọ̀tọ̀ ni pé kí n rò pé blue ni aṣọ tó wà lọ́ọ̀kan yẹn. And I'm walking closer. Then when I got there, I realized, oh, it's actually gray. It's not blue. Kí n dẹ̀ own up at that point. Okay, kò ń ṣe gray, kò ń ṣe blue, it's gray. Then I remove that fact from my mind that it's gray. But no, these people don't walk that way.
No.
Then your own lawyer came out to say that there was no such wound. No,
and then the next thing, I look to compromise a Saki lawyer.
Saki.
Mo lè sọ fún wọn ní that British. Nígbà tó lẹ́pẹ́ gbogbo wọn ti jà ń sìn ni o. Neymoni ní ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn o, gbogbo tẹ bá ti kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wọn máa ní ó ti compromise, ó ti di ti Wunmi, wọ́n ti pè lẹ́yìn. Ó ní irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀, mo ní can you imagine? Ó ṣe jẹ́gbà tẹ bá jà kan lẹ́sẹ̀ máa ń lè sùn tọrọ. Ó kọ̀rọ̀ ṣe máa ń jáde lẹ́nu yín.
I mean, Bukky will come out. Wunmi ti sanwó fún wọn ni. Wunmi nìkan ni. Ojúlómọ tó yónú náà. Ìwọ tó bá lọ́pọlọ. If you see money, you would feel money.
You know why they think that way? Because it is what they do. That's what they do. Tó bá ti di ìjọ yín pọ̀.
Wunmi cannot pay me. Kí ló fẹ́ fi san?
Look at the way they used to. Àwọn no man try láti create a story, create a narrative, just trying so much. And that is not happening over here.
I'm a reverse psychology for her. I'm a reverse psychology. Oh, they are pushing narratives. But you guys, you came up with fake CCTV. Ṣé tí mo mi ló gbé fake CCTV jáde? ṣáwa la gbé wọ́n fẹ́ ju ọmọ sínú Third Mainland Bridge àbí bó lé lọ ṣáwa la gbé yẹn jáde. Was it from us? No, that narrative came from your side. Yet, our anti-justice, I cannot take this to meet him.
I don't know if you've seen what they've been doing. I don't know if you've seen what they've been doing lately on Facebook. First, they came out to say reason why Josie asked for DNA was because of that. They tried to water down everything he's done in the past, which was why I made that post. I saw you share that post too and attached those videos to bring into remembrance. Next thing now, I started seeing those posts again. Wunmi applied to the court to ask for DNA between her and Liam. I have seen that post.
I saw that post
on Facebook.
And I'm thinking, go back. And do you know something here? I was shocked to
now
actually
I
hear
have
it
seen
from
two
someone else.
videos. Hold on. Now I have seen 2 videos of that same post. And one thing that tells me is that these people, they are back to push their agenda on all levels, at all, as in every way possible. This Comfy also came out to say she video at your Instagram last year. They pushed that too. She's crying for DNA. So, I mean, why wouldn't any sensible person ask question that why are you guys so desperate to
Yet
this
they would expect a magistrate, a court magistrate, Kojoko, marry gbogbo nonsense, then push gbogbo all these games you guys are playing, and you expect that person not to come up with something sensible. Look, compromise. You guys are just fooling yourselves. And she wants to. Why would Wunmi need a court order? Koto she DNA Liam. And with the one she wants to say, oh, paro money. I'm a paro money low. And
you see the people,
because I heard that wicked witch, that poor Grace saying, like, you will just sit down and be chatting shit with full confidence. Where did you get this from?
Sister Malari, you know why they said that? Because Olobu Kutika body, when she was saying some nonsense one time like that, she was the one that brought up that narrative.
You see, there's no reason. There's no reason why they should say it. It doesn't make sense. We would not even listen.
Exactly. But you
see, we won't even bring that conversation in here because, okay, let's pariwo kiri pé WhatsApp àṣírí ti tú no WhatsApp wọ́n ti ṣe DNA. So if she has done DNA with her mother-in-law,
one woman swearing for herself.
If they have done DNA with the mother-in-law,
who is stopping
and the result comes out to say that there is their gene in Liam. Okay, let's say it's even the mother-in-law, and it confirms that there is the gene in Liam. Does that not tell you that definitely the child is from that family? Okay, you don't want to believe everything Wunmi has said. Mohbad is the first man in her life. Kiniko. Even Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ sọ fún mi, Josie gan mọ̀ ọmọ òun ló dis virgin. You don't want to believe all of that. It's fine.
Knows what's up.
It's fine. You don't have to believe it. But ṣé tí wàá sọ sẹ́ǹsì nù ni? Sọ sẹ́ǹsì nù ni pé kíkẹ́ ẹ ti náà ti ṣe.
Ẹ má gbé nǹkan mi lẹ́yìn justice for Mohbad lọ́lẹ̀. Ó ti sọ fún wọn gbogbo bí mànìyẹn ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá ó fi èpè tí ká ní pé àwọn tí wọ́n gbádùn ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ni kí wọ́n get the message money clearly, but obviously these ones, they are deluded, they are lost. Tí wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad, they cannot be okay. All this, you must get justice, all na noise, nothing else.
Ever flourish.
Okay.
There's
I
one
think
person
they just
somewhere
like to hear
writing all
their
the
own
scripts
voice.
for them. They are all looking, and their script is not scripting. No matter how much they are writing this script, it's not scripting.
They even exposed themselves more when NM came out. Sis. As in that particular show, I was just like, these guys must really think everybody look foolish. Like, what? So this is where this particular story is coming from. So this is where this narrative is coming from. Most of this narrative, they came from Panti when those guys were arrested. Hello? Hello?
We can hear you. The thing,
Yeah.
Shatiri, one thing that when people try to say, why are these people not seeing it, is because they've been deceived. No, they have never been deceived.
Deceived.
The likes of us from day one have said, this is not possible. We've seen it, that it doesn't make sense. But they decided to, honestly, listening to Pork York and the likes of him and the other fools calling themselves barristers, and it worries me, to be honest, because it worries me in the sense that, is this the future of Nigeria?
Nigeria.
And is the future
Honestly.
of the people? And I am one woman that have always said that I am my own head. I have never believed that somebody is my head. And the way and behavior of this man has actually finalized it for me that I've been right all along. That because if the like of pork is somebody's head, please tell me, how will he lead anything?
Or vengeance.
If these idiots sit down, they keep saying they're having meeting, they're having all kind of interrogations and investigations among them, and there is none of them that have sense. It is really disturbing, and they're still insisting that because Okusile, as in, is that what you're going to write in your? Is that what you're going to write in your?
Okusile means what exactly?
Exactly. So yẹn lè máa kọ sí lẹ́tà, máa wá gbé déwájú adájọ́. Adájọ́ máa sọ pé yes, ó kú sílé. Okay, so what? There is no physical evidence to show anything. There is no chemical evidence to show anything. There is no biological evidence to show anything. So what are you trying to achieve with Okusile? I'm trying to understand their foolishness, to be honest, because sometimes you need to be able to process the thought of humans to be able to. Yes.
That's how I started, though. And
yeah, that's how I'm bringing it back.
I'm glad that we are all reasoning the same way. And these people have their autopsy and toxicology results with them. And they're still on Okusile.
Which court of law?
See,
all over the world.
They talk about this. They said, is inconclusive. Inconclusive ni paper tí wọ́n gbé fún yín. None of you lè jókòó can interpret everything that was said.
They can't read.
What about his body? What about the external examination of the body? What can you say about it?
So you want a judge who has
yet mama pariwo pé government is compromise, the Lagos state government, they didn't do anything, the police state, if you know how people are laughing at your foolishness, wàá gbé ẹnu ẹ dákẹ́, wàá yé máa sọ nonsense.
And the thing is, when I don't know if it was you or the British that was saying they seems desperate. No, it's not that they seems desperate, it's they are desperate. And anyone from 100 miles can see that these people are desperate to just nail someone, and it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that none of these fools are related to this family makes it laughable at best. When you look at the likes of,
it's not just to nail anybody, to nail Wunmi.
Yeah, that is what I mean.
Anybody, nail. Can you say just anybody? This one, okay, but they excluded everybody. Only your mom will
Mama Pariwo, and they should go and arrest everybody in that house and lock them up and torture them. Do you know what it means to torture someone? And shame, torture one dada. Police no longer torture and only torture anybody because the truth is the police, they got their answers. So for you need was stopped, or at some point they don't know what they are doing, or they can't tell you what really happened. They can't. They were not confused. They got their answers. It's a straightforward case. The matter of it's inconclusive. It's because they cannot point to a particular thing. Because a lot of things so look back. So when they say, okay, go buy, go, look for problem here. That's just it. Go back. You mean pariwo, olon she protest, olon she le, olon she. That guy, go let me study this thing. Kini lagbaja so. Sometimes he will be asking some questions and I'm thinking, but you are here talking. You don't even know this. The guy is clueless. I'm a sort of domestic violence. Oh God, go punish you. You mean Wama sort of domestic violence. Evidence domestic violence to reader. Evidence domestic violence to reader.
You don't know Grace, you don't solve domestic violence, really.
Wama sorry, domestic violence, you're trying to you're selling the narrative that Wunmi is violent. God will punish you, Yomi. Allah punish it. Tori irọ́ tó jìnnà sí òótọ́.
And since we're tracing back, don't leave out Paparico.
Paparico started the idea of he died on Monday now.
Production room. The production room of most of all these false.
If you were reading my comment today, sis, me, I was when those guys were jubilating, like, oh, let's listen to people want jubilate. Yeah, I want anti-justice. Me, I will always tell you, shut your mouth because all of you, if Josie is not fooling you, your me is fooling you. Something is fooling you. Yes, now. Or KVDM ma fooling. Because that particular WhatsApp, the idiot to be almost 2 weeks to nothing is come there. I know. When you settled, you bring out kinika, you expose this, expose that. Waiting in at the expose. Waiting at the expose.
That it is now that you said Paparico. Okay, you remember you asked me when you said since it has been established that Liam's gene is in the family. That's what Paparico said after that. He said, now that they have established that the family from the family. So who knows who now has the child? It might not be Mohbad. It might be, this money where any bobo. Only daru.
And that's exactly
and you, I don't know if you actually forget that you are actually talking about someone's life.
That's how he propagated most of all these things. Okay, and one of those to me is this thumb printing thing. And where did it come from? Where did it come from? Let me finish. It came from mo bá lawyer nínú ilé àti àfà. And they said, what was the lawyer doing there? Who knows? In fact, this thing I'm saying it in Paparico's voice because I didn't forget that day. Who knows? Maybe that lawyer was there and they were thumbprinting on the paper. Or tell me why? Why is lawyer in Mohbad's house when Mohbad died? And they took it to Jossy. Jossy too. He ran with it.
And he still ran with it up to like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Ó lọ fẹnu já wáyà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
So tí wọ́n fi já ní lẹ́tà bí wọ́n ṣe já ní lẹ́tà báyìí ni ò sọ mọ́.
So you now expect that me, èmi tọ́lọ́run dá tó dá mi
tó fún lọ́pọlọ o.
Tó dá mi pé tó fún mi lọ́pọlọ o. Káṣẹ̀ tó wá sọ pé a Gemini at that o. Tó fún mi ní sense o. Màá wá jókòó, màá wá rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ move foolish, tẹ́ ẹ̀ move crazy, stupid, mad yìí. Màá wá ní I'm following what you are saying. Or is it when they said Afa? Next thing, àwọn Afa tí wà ń bẹ̀ kíá. Akúdàáyà ti invite Afa sórí platform.
Despite the fact that pathologists have said it, it's in autopsy. He was never embalmed.
Akúdàáyà ti ní ó ti invite
till date they are still going about with that stupid narrative.
Wọ́n láwọn Afa ló scrape irun orí Mohbad. Mo ní láti tún yasa ó tún ti di kúrúkúrú mo lọ wá fídíò inú ambulance yẹn jáde.
Ambulance ẹ tún rí irun lórí ẹ.
mo tún because ó ti jẹ́ point tó jẹ́ pé evidence la dẹ̀ fi ń dá wọn lóhùn.
Down.
Mo lọ gbé fídíò yẹn wá ó yá irun rèé. Other than that, even the autopsy described, I think it was 2 centimeters. Bikini kon. Misha mo pe 2 kini kon long.
You need to see how peaceful he actually looked. Ní orí kini tí wọ́n gbé sí clean from head to toe. Irun orí ẹ̀ ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe ni. And they will be lying. Wọ́n lù pa ni.
Wọ́n prepare for show.
Wọ́n ṣe kíní kan ni.
Ọkùnrin mẹ́ta.
Tẹ́ni àjòkó sórí ṣó.
Ọkùnrin mẹ́sàn-án.
Ṣépè. Alẹ́lẹ́dàá Mohbad àfíà jẹ Wunmi. Tẹ́ni ká ló mọ nǹkan tí ẹlẹ́dàá Mohbad máa fi ojú ẹ̀rí tọmọtọmọ. Wàláì ò ní máa gbẹ́nu nígbèkúgbè. Wàláì ò ní máa sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ. Torí ìyà tó máa jẹ ó máa pọ̀. Bíbélì ní wá ìdí ohun gbogbo dájú kó gbogbo yín ẹ máa pe orúkọ Jésù ẹ máa pe orúkọ Ọlọ́run ẹ máa pe kíní kan but that simple instruction wá ìdí ohun gbogbo dájú kó dẹ̀ di ilé tó ṣe òdodo kó dì mú kò sí kankan nínú yín tó ṣe ẹ dẹ̀ máa pe orúkọ Jésù I'm doing this with my full chest I'm doing this with my kìnìkan ìyà tó máa jẹ yín tó máa jẹ àwọn ọmọ yín àánú yín ò ṣe mí Ọlọ́run. Because in this justice for Mohbad, you guys are just, as in, ìkà yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Ó ti táwọn èpè màmá porúkọ ọmọ lọ́mọ ẹ̀sọ́ ọmọ ọjọ́ mọ́wùmí ẹ̀sọ́ di òwọ̀n ẹ̀sọ́ ọmọ lọ́mọ di àṣà.
I won't forget one day.
You cannot point out one guy, just one guy.
I went on their platform.
One guy that you actually saw with her.
They were, putting all this their nonsense. Paparico is cooking rotten vegetables again. So that day they were doing one of those their cooking, and I was on his platform, and I was like, those things that they will do as if they are asking you question, and I was like. Okay, but that's not what happened. You are only insinuating. They said yes. That they are just assuming. I said, but did you forget that this assumption you are assuming here, people will run.
They will run with it. Yeah.
And want to make it the truth. I will not forget having that conversation with them. So you expect me that I have pointed this out on their platform. You want me to then believe what they are saying. Assumption.
Me that allegation. Where the idea of mo fẹ́ gbáyọ̀mí ibi tí mo mọ̀ pé èmi tí mo mọ̀ pé ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí we were just laughing ní ọjọ́ yẹn ní lórí comment section. Ní Dàmọ́lá wọlé. and you want me to follow Yomi pẹ̀lú nonsense tá a tún máa brag a tún máa parọ́ a máa.
Damola only he prayed.
You want me
on
to follow
desperation.
Stupid 3 seconds video. Ti forí dalẹ̀.
Desperation wọn ni Damola prayed on, and
Yes,
ká ní
now.
pé òun náà jẹ́ni tó gbọ́n ni kò ní ṣe bó ṣe yẹn kò ní làkàǹtà àdúrà. But to him, he thought that tó bá lo tàdúrà, he will make it believable for them. He only prayed on their desperation.
Yes, now.
Desperate pa. Irú àwọn tó máa ń ṣòwò
ilẹ̀ bọ́tà tẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ ń pariwo
tí babaláwo
if you have any evidence we will give you 50 million kìíní kan mílíọ̀nù tí yàrá yà yàn. Bunch of hungry fools.
So I mean, there's absolutely no.
From beginning to the end, Mohbad was looking for attention and he was emotionally blackmailing the girlfriend. Gbogbo tantrums yẹn pé ìwọ tó sọ pé kinní kan ló ṣe.
Exactly.
Like he wanted her around.
It was an emotional blackmail.
Emotional blackmail ni tó o bá jókòó tó o bá gbọ́ dáadáa. Ẹ wá mú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ turn it upside down ẹ sọ di ọ̀rọ̀. Mohbad ti ṣe pé tẹ bá ṣe kinní kankan mi lè rí yín báwì nígbà tó ṣe wípé that's the key tí bàbá ọmọ gan tó fi gba gbogbo tọwọ́ yín tó fi gbà lọ́wọ́ yín tó da gbogbo yín sí oh God. Nǹkan tó lò nìyẹn náà. Ẹ̀yin náà lẹ bí mi, èmi ordinary carpenter. Ẹ̀yin lẹ bí mi. How market dádì yín ó ní kẹ́ fi tiyín ṣe tiyín ó ní kí gbogbo yín lọ dórúkọ fádà yín lóun mọ iye ọmọ tó ń bí. Ẹ rí i pé Jesus, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves, honestly. Ó ní kẹ́ fi tiyín ṣe tiyín.
Ó rí i pé in fact orin tí kò sí.
Before kí bàbá tó bọ́ta bàbá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ṣe kí kọ.
Orin tí kò sí a máa kọ fún wọn báyìí. Ibi tẹ́ mi dé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lọ fẹ́ mọ wọn.
Mẹ́mọ̀ pé mo lè dé. Ibi tẹ́ ti òun dé yìí, bèbí ẹ̀wọ̀n tẹ́ ti òun dé yóò wò wọ́n kó wọ́n pèsè. Òun rò pọ̀rọ̀ táwọn ọmọ yẹn jọ.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé kan tó fi jọ sí inú nìyẹn tó fi yarí fọkàn olórí burúkú yìí.
Dọ́rùn ṣẹ́gbẹ́. Ọlọ́ àjẹkẹ̀ dọ́rùn.
Jọ́sí wò pé olórí burúkú yẹn
ẹ wá fi ex-husband ní ṣe yẹ. Kò dáa o.
Jọ́sí yìí wò pé ibi tẹ́ ìjẹ́ ń rá síbi tí kúrò bí olórí burúkú yìí fẹ́ fi lọ bò.
Ìyálẹ̀ ìṣó dàbí pé Sanchitu sọ fún pé wọ́n ti ránṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ wọ́n lè jẹ́ tó bá fi lè tẹ ọ̀bọ̀ wẹ̀.
Wọ́n kọ̀ mọ̀ Jọ́sí lólórí burúkú ẹ̀. Ó lò fóun 1 million wọ́n fẹ́ fóun security. Ó ní kìrìkì security máa ṣọ́. Wẹ́rẹ́ ní Jọ́sí o. Ó ní kìrìkì security máa ṣọ́. Oníṣẹ́lẹ̀ tó ní burglary àti gate. Oníṣèbí létọ̀ bàárẹ̀ ní security.